everybody, it's me, Bryson Booker, back for another video. Finally, it's been a while, been really busy, so I really haven't had the time this summer to make a lot of videos. But some of you have been requesting that I do more videos about my Yamaha PSR 740 keyboard that I play occasionally, just for fun, as well as, you know, to record some music on it. And some of you guys have had some questions on how to do certain things, and you know, from the looks of it, this keyboard may look intimidating, but once you get around it, and to be honest with you guys, I'm just starting to get around it and just starting to wrap my head on all that it can do. I've had it for about a year now, and I'm finally starting to understand all of its features and what they do, because the manual is just like reading just foreign documentation. It gives you so many instructions. So to do these series of videos, I kind of had to use my own experience and just playing around with it, as well as reading the manual. But today I'm going to show you how to do something really simple on this, and that's to add DSP digital effects. So on this keyboard, you have the ability to add chorus, flanger, reverbs, different distortion effects, rotary speaker effects, delay effects, all in stereo. All of the digital effects, obviously, on this unit are in stereo. I don't know how well that will pick up on my camera here, but the stereo will come out of these two speakers. I don't know how well my camera will pick it up, but hopefully we'll try it. We'll see if it works. But you have three DSP effects. So pretty much, you can actually have all three DSP effects. You can have different DSP effects, and they can all be going simultaneously at the same time. So how you activate the DSP effects and how you access their function is by going over here. This bank of buttons, or area of buttons, is pretty much all of your functions for the keyboard. So when you click on that specific area, such as voice right, which is basically, this is considered the right voice. R2 is considered the second half of the keyboard, and obviously voice L, that's the left part of the keyboard. Voice right, I think, is pretty much the middle part of the keyboard, and voice right 2, I think, is the upper part. So if you just have this on voice right, it's pretty much the entire keyboard. And so, you know, if you want to change the voice for voice right, obviously right there. If you want to change the voice for R2, I'll turn on R2. You can have both voices going at the same time, or just one voice. So this is R2, and then this is left. So this is the left half of the keyboard. Or you can have all three. And the reason why I bring that up is it's important to know when you're adding DSP effects, so that's why I brought that little tidbit up. So now that we know about the right voice, the right 2 voice, as well as the left voice, all of these that you can change and have simultaneously going together. And you can change here as well, because these buttons correspond to what you want to change about the keyboard. Now we're going to go to multi-effect. So when you click on multi-effect, you'll see 3 stomp boxes, or pictures of stomp boxes to represent different effects, DSP effects. And as you can see, DSP 1 is assigned to right 1. So that's pretty much the right half of the keyboard. In other words, just the general keyboard. So if I turn on DSP 1, it's assigned. You can hear that stage reverb there. If you turn it off, it's kind of still there, but it's not there. The reverbs on this keyboard are, you know, they're decent, but you can never really tell which one is which, because they all kind of sound the same a little bit. DSP2 is Hall 3, and that's assigned obviously to DSP2. So if you turn that on, or I'm sorry, Voice 2. If you turn Voice 2 on and then DSP2 on, you can hear kind of that Hall reverb on the strings. Turn it off. And it goes away really fast. And then the left voice is also Hall reverb. So this is the left voice. If you hear that long reverb tail there. So the different effects are assigned to different parts of the keyboard. And obviously you can go in and change this by selecting which one you want to work on. So DSP2, it'll say, well actually you can go here. So you can go to the different DSPs that's assigned to the different parts of the keyboard, and you can work on those individually if you want. But we're just going to work on DSP1 for the first voice, which is just the piano. So you'll click these arrows right here, and then it'll ask you which one you want to change. So 1, 2, or 3, or 4. There's actually, I think there's like a whole bunch on here, but I think 4 and the rest of them are external effects. So DSP 1, 2, 3 are the ones that correspond with those buttons. So you're going to click next. And then it'll ask you which effects that you want. So the first couple of ones are reverbs. The next couple are choruses. Or no, these are delays. So echoes, delays, plates. So we got reverbs. We got delays, echoes, karaoke's. Those are delays, slapback effects. Choruses, flangers, symphonic. I don't really know what that one is. Let's try that one. So if you want this effect, you go to next, and pretty much it's applied to DSP1. So all I have to do is turn DSP1 on, and I guess that kind of gives it a light chorus sound. So to adjust the effect itself, you just move this knob here to adjust the value of the effect. So that's a whole lot of the effect. And that's not much of the effect. So once you are satisfied with the sound of the effect, you can close out of this just by pressing exit. The same thing for DSP2. We'll do it again. So you select the DSP that you want to work with. So DSP2 for voice 2. You're going to go to the multi-effect. Go to next. Those are all your DSPs and different assignments. I believe that you can change these too, guys. So if you don't want DSP to go to the first voice, you can actually change that to be voice 2 or left voice, or just all of them can be the first voice. You don't have to change them or assign them to different parts of the keyboard, but by default, Yamaha assigned them to different parts of the keyboard. So we're going to work on the second voice, R2. So we're going to select that here. And right now it's on Hall. We're going to select something different. And I'm going to try to select something crazy so you can actually hear it being changed, the parameter being changed. Let's see. The rotary speaker, tremolo. Let's do tremolo. Why not? So tremolo 1 on DSP2. And I don't know if you can hear that. Some parameters, which is kind of stupid, but some parameters you can't change. So there's no level or number. So this is kind of immaterial. So you really can't change the sound of it. Which is kind of stupid, especially for something like a tremolo. If you wanted to change the rate of the tremolo, you can't really do that. So certain effects don't allow you to change anything. Guitar tremolo, why not? I know you can hear that one, so. And if you want to turn the effect off, turn it off. And now it's just regular strings. Turn it back on. The fast slow button, I'm guessing that pretty much adjusts the rate. So if you turn that on, that's fast. Turn it off. that's slow. So pretty much that's this button right here. That's why they didn't put one right here, because the fast slow button, the button that's next to the DSP button, adjusts the rate of the effect. And then when you're done with your effects, you just turn it off. It's pretty simple to use effects here on the mixer. Again, you have 3 voices. The first right voice, the second right voice, and the left voice. And so those 3 voices are controlled by DSP1, DSP2, and DSP3. And you can actually change those where they go to. I don't know how to do that. But it's very simple to add effects and take effects away on this keyboard.